Welcome back to FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. I'm Flex, and today we're diving into a full top-down analysis on Bitcoin. We're going to start from the higher time frames, work our way down to the lower time frames, and check to see if we find any good setup. Now remember, this is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. Alright guys, it's about 3:30 p.m. Eastern time, and the price of Bitcoin is currently at $115,485. We had a couple candle closes yesterday that we want to go over. First off, let me go over the monthly chart here. This is going to close in about 18 days and 5 hours, and the stochastics here are starting to roll over. We are far away from the 21 moving average that's at 85,685. This is something that we do have to pay attention to. Still have a long time before this closes, but this is already showing us that it's not going good for the long term here. Now I just put up some new stochastics. Shout out to Tyler Wiley, one of the subscribers. He told me to check out the 10-day, the 12-day, and the 18-day, which shows some bearish action, so we're gonna look over that as well. I also included this 3-week one, and we can see that this 3-week, the stochastics has bearish divergence here. We are also starting to roll over. We have a small double top here. 21 moving average is at 96,165. Now yesterday we closed the 2-week chart, and we closed an indecisive green. It could have been worse. It could have been worse, but it's not too bad. An indecisive green, I'll take that. We did bounce off the 21 moving average with that wick, which is currently at 103,618. But look at this, the stochastics are rolling over. This is showing that more long term, we're probably going to go down. Even if we get a spike up, we could even break the all-time high, but it kind of shows that possibly the end could be near, at least in the longer term here. Now on the weekly, we also closed yesterday. We ended up closing this tweezer top, a red almost engulfing candle. We wicked all the way to the 50 moving average. You guys know, if we start closing candles under the 50 moving average, to me that means that the bull market might be over. We see the stochastics RSI here. We were on the way up. We're getting bearish divergence as well, and it looks like we could roll over, so this is not looking good. Now let's take a look at the 18-day. The 18-day, you know, is showing that we're rolling over as well. We have that bearish divergence as well. On the 12-day, it's also showing that we're rolling over, so Tyler's right. On the 10-day, we're rolling over. It's possible we could roll back up. This blue line kind of shows like it wanted to do that, but look at the RSI, we're on the way down as well. So like I'm saying, I feel like we could get a move up, but it could be short-lived. On the other time frames, the 6-day does show that we're on the way up, so that's why I'm saying, like, short term I feel like it's possible that we could make a move up, but longer term it looks like we might get stalled out after that move. 5-day kind of looks like it wants to go up, but it also looks like it could roll over here, so it's not looking good either. The 4-day is looking like it wants to roll over. It never made it to the top of the stochastics. We have to see what ends up happening. We did lose the 21 moving average, that's bearish. On the 3-day, we already started rolling over. Not looking good here. The 2-day, we still have more room to continue going down. We're playing under the 21 moving average as well. Now on the daily chart, this is the one that kind of looks good. If we zoom in, it kind of looks like we got to the bottom. This blue line is starting to point up. Unless we drag like how we did here, maybe we could make it up, but this could be the short-term play where we do make it up and then we eventually do roll over a more longer term. Everyone's expecting more of a bull run now that November's coming, December's coming, but we might just come down, go sideways, and then maybe next year end up coming up. Maybe they want to switch it up on us. Everyone's going by this 4-year cycle. Tell you the truth, once Wall Street took over, a lot of things have been changed in the 4-year cycle, so anything's possible at the moment. One thing that I'm looking at here is that we have to see where the price is once we go up on the daily stochastics here. Did we break this high here of 126? Because if we didn't, this could be a lower high, and this could actually be a head and shoulder, head, and we cannot break this high. This could be a right shoulder, and the measured move to this, there's 2 measured moves, because if you take it from the top of that wick just conservatively to this bottom candle, and we put it here kind of in the neckline more or less, you're kind of going to come down to, it shows here about 93k. That would definitely break the 50 moving average on the weekly, because that's like around 101k, so that could be over. This could be the pattern, head and shoulder pattern, we come down. If you take it from wick to wick, I think that brings you down to like 86k or something like that. Let's just see real quick what that would be. I'll give you these 2 bearish scenarios here. So if we do from wick to wick, it'll be even worse, and yeah, this will bring you down to like about 85k. So those are 2 possibilities. If this is a head and shoulder pattern, we have to get up higher than this to negate the head and shoulder, I would say. Now some other things that I'm looking at is, as you can see, I still have the cup and handle play. Even if this is the end or close to the end, or we end up rolling over eventually, we could make a bigger high. We could make it to 135 with this cup and handle play. As you can see, the stochastics are resetting. We could make it back into this handle, all of a sudden pop all the way up to this measure measured move, 135. You see what I'm saying? The stochastics would be toppy. We start rolling over, then that'll make sense here for the weekly to finish rolling over, the 2 week to finish rolling over, and then the month to finish rolling over. And maybe that could be it for the moment, you know, a little like shorter midterm, and maybe next year we start coming back up. It's hard to say. I feel like we can't really go too much with the 4-year cycle anymore because there's a lot of variables, especially with Wall Street. So we have to really take this day by day and see what's going to end up happening. So right now I'm still leaving this cup and handle play. I feel like it's possible it could still play out. Let's see what ends up happening. Now on the other time frames, if we see the 22-hour chart, you can see that the stochastics are resetting. So this is why I'm saying I'm expecting a move up. I'm thinking we could at least make it to about 119, 120. If we get rejected from there, then I could see that head and shoulder playing out on the daily, like I said. So let's see what ends up happening. On the 12-hour chart, stochastics are on the way up as well. Same thing goes for the 10-hour chart. On the 8-hour chart, we're still on the way up, but we're still below the 21 moving averages. On the 4-hour chart here, we're topping on the stochastics. We have not been able to get above the 200 moving average. So this shows me that we have resistance and we could probably roll over. This kind of does look like some sort of a cup and handle, even though this is straight out, or you can even see that this is a flag. And this could bring us up to about 120, 119, 120, 121, and we could get rejected from there. That would technically be a lower high, right? It's not 126. We're not breaking that. So we have to be careful with this. This is on the way down. It looks like we might just get rejected here. And I've been saying we usually start eating up a long wick like this, even if we don't eat the whole thing, maybe halfway. So I'm still indecisive. I'm still a little bit bearish short term because we haven't gone up above that 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. 3-hour chart kind of shows signs like we want to roll back up here. So maybe that saves the day. On the 1-hour chart, stochastics are low. It looks like we might be coming up, but will we have resistance on this 200 moving average at 119? Once again, I'm seeing 119. After that, I can't really say if we're going to go up any higher than that. On the 15-minute chart, we're getting toppy. We are above the 21 moving average, basically all the averages. So once again, guys, I'm just seeing us in between ranges of 110, 120. Hopefully we could break 120 and get past 126 and touch 135. If not, I can see us getting rejected by 120, and then it's possible we open up the gates to get below 110 again. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe, and if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.